Good morning. It is Thursday and I may have slept in. It's 9:30. I've not started any work yet, but that's okay, right? So I'm looking over to something new appeared on Teams. It's fine. So it is Thursday the 17th, I think. Yes, Thursday the 17th of June. It is 9:30 in the morning and I have quite a lot to figure out. Last night, obviously, we tried to run the simulation. It didn't work. I don't know why it didn't work. I'm not sure if things didn't run correctly. Obviously, things didn't run correctly. But actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if things didn't run correctly or if I set it up wrong. Those are the two possibilities. Either it didn't run or it ran, but I had put in the wrong values and that's why it didn't do what I was hoping it would. So that's probably what we need to work out today is, did it run is the first thing. Problem I have today, and I'm apologising if you can hear the whir of the extractor fan. I've had a shower and it needs to clear the room, but the thing is, I've got quite a lot of things on today. So I still have breakfast and then we'll get started on the work. But I've got a meeting at 10:30 with the careers advisor assigned to the School of Physics. That's to do with my school president role. I've got a meeting sort of later in the afternoon where I've got there's a Celtic Society meeting. I've got like a hard finish time. I need to finish at 5 because I'm going to the pub at 5:30. Meeting a friend after he's finished his project work today. And yeah. Also, I'm meant to be fitting in a run today. That might not happen. That might happen tomorrow. And yeah, it's a fun time. So it's going to be quite an interrupted day. I'm not sure quite how much work I'm going to manage to get done, but we can live in hope. Love coding. Just so much debugging. But right now, breakfast. Gotta get that. Okay, good afternoon. It is almost 3 o'clock. I'm about to have to go onto another meeting, but I thought I would just, give a little update because we made some progress. So, as I said earlier, the postdoc in the group was going to go and ask about what code initially was used for this test, because it used to work, the one based on a paper by Balsara and Kim, the supernova. With thermal energy, because I'm trying to change that to do kinetic energy. Currently, I got an email back from the postdoc who has spoken to the guy who wrote the code and got the stuff and fixed a couple of other bugs that had appeared, and that now runs. So if I quickly find that file, so I won't show you the whole thing, but this is what we're looking at. So that's what the simulation should do, but this gets better. Because that now runs, I can now base mine on that. So I've now got a working simulation that injects a kinetic energy supernova, but I'm not entirely sure if it's doing it correctly because well, let me just show you what it's doing. So it introduces the correct, it introduces a supernova to a random place in the simulation. Now ignore the scaling units, I need to fix that, but it seems to go over the edge of the box and come through the other side, which isn't right. That shouldn't work. We should have a box, but it's a start. What it means is that I can influence the simulation. I've worked out how to actually inject energy into the simulation for stuff. And actually, I've just had an email back, hopefully telling me what I'm doing, or what I will be doing after I have this meeting at 3 o'clock. So, it's great. I like this. At first glance, it looks reasonable, so that's a start. Also, in other news, I got on the Dean's List today, which is that essentially it means if you're average for the year as a first, then you get put on the Dean's List and that appears on your transcript at the end of your degree, which is really cool. So I'm excited about that. I've still not read the archive dump today. The archive is where papers get put in preprint and you can select the regions of physics that you're interested in, and then every day you get an email with all of the new papers of interest in that area. So I still have to read that today as well. I got started pretty late, I had other meetings. Okay, so this has got us down to now it's now at 20 to 5. I've actually not really done any more work on the project because I had a committee meeting that took a while, and then I've looked at a couple of things, but most of it is quite There'll be quite a lot to do. So I'm just going to actually finish a little early today, and I will start again tomorrow morning. The reason I'm electing to start again tomorrow morning and not doing more work this evening is because, well, yeah, it's really sunny today. So I am actually I'm meeting a friend at 5:30 to go to the pub, but I'm going to have I think I'm actually going to have my dinner a little bit early, so I'm not drinking on an empty stomach. But I'm then going to go and have a bit of a walk before I go and meet him, because, well, look at the weather. It's so nice outside. And we don't get this much sun in Scotland that often, so I'm going to go and enjoy it, because my supervisor's off up to the Highlands, so I might as well have a little bit of a break myself. I will see you guys tomorrow for a bit more work, and yeah, see ya. Good morning, How are you guys doing this morning? I'm lying in bed, but I have been up and I have been working. I have actually got dressed. I'm like wearing shorts, which you can't really see. But we've had some progress today, maybe. I don't really know. I implemented the fix that got sent by the postdoc last night. This is to solve our problem of it producing the supernova particles to the boundary and then getting like weird behavior from that. That's solved that problem. I mean, there's still an issue if you get to the boundary that it just jumps over the edge, but I think that's just a quirk of how the code works. Maybe just a bigger boundary, I don't know. But ignoring all that, I'm now trying to figure out how I can like manage to set off supernovae in the right place. So I had this idea that maybe if I just set off 3 at the beginning just to get it going, so that there's a few dense patches to go with. But I don't think that's going to work. I'm going to have to change that. Well, I said I don't think that's going to work. I've tried doing it, and it doesn't work. Currently, it's having to... Well, I mean, it's just fatal erroring. Like, I'm getting a fatal error, like, right at the start, as soon as you try and run anything, because it says there's like something wrong with the mass, which I don't understand because I'm not changing the mass. So I think I'm going to have to rethink this. Even if rethinking that is just that I'm going to have to just set off supernovae in the densest regions of the previous one. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. That's probably the plan for the rest of today as far as work goes in terms of this project. However, in 25 minutes, I am streaming on Twitch with my Physics and Astro office hour. I probably need to get set up for that. I might remove the problematic parts of the code first, and then switch over to Windows to stream, because I don't want to stream from Linux for this. Yeah, so that's where I'm at the minute. But I feel like I'm making progress. I know what's wrong and I have an idea of how to fix it. So I'm really using you guys as a rubber duck, aren't I? Okay, so it's now 3 o'clock, to the minute actually. And what have I done? So I removed all the problematic code that was causing the error, I think. Well, I say removed it. I reset it. I just deleted the version of the code that had all the problematic code and went back to the last working version, because that, works. Yay, version control. Now, after that, I stopped doing any work. I shifted over to doing my stream, which was my first Physics and Astro office hour. Basically, I was going through a past paper that I did for my higher physics, and I was answering any questions people had. And it went pretty well until I forgot to do a pretty basic question. It's fine. I'm sure I'll figure it out. We'll only get halfway through the paper anyway, so we'll have time to do that in the next stream. Probably next week sometime. I don't know. It might have happened by the time this video goes out. So now I've got probably only about 20 minutes, because I'm going to try and work out how this density stuff works in the simulation. And then I'm going out to go and pick up a new printer. So, well, it's not a new printer, but it's new to me. What happens around this time of year is that all of the 4th and 5th years who are leaving St Andrews, they all realise, oh, I've got way too much stuff and I can't take all of it home. So a lot of people sell things from their flat, and somebody is selling a printer. Now, given my one, which you can see about there, given it's been packed in for quite a while now, to the point that it just doesn't print anymore. It still scans, but doesn't print. The heads are all clogged up. Given that it's dead, and this person's selling a printer for 15 quid, even if it barely works, or even if it works very slowly, it's still going to be an improvement over my non-functional one. So I'm going to go and pick that up. I'm picking that up at about 4. That's the plan for this afternoon. I'll get that, I'll come back. I'll see if I can get the rest of the density stuff working. I'll probably finish at about 5:30. Then I've got dishes to do, dinner to have, and then I've probably got a massacre to watch on the telly tonight. Scotland's playing England for the Euro qualifiers. Scotland's playing England in the Euro 2020. Yes, no, we're in 2021. I got delayed. In the group stage, playing at Wembley, and we're probably going to lose. But it's the first time I've actually shown any interest in football, so might as well commit to the Tartan Army. We really got smashed on Monday. Hopefully it goes better. We've got Kieran Tierney back, so apparently that should help because he's a defender. Let's hope that all that goes well. I need to do some work, and I will see you guys maybe before I finish up for the day. I will probably be knackered, and this is probably really distracting for everyone, so I'm going to stop doing it now because I'm getting dizzy. So yeah, good morning. It's Saturday, which normally I wouldn't record on for one of these vlogs because this is meant to be about me doing a research project. But I thought that given what's happening today, I might make an exception. Now, firstly, the weather's gone a bit crap. We've had this glorious weather for weeks on end, and now it's gone overcast and raining. And I'm blaming the Scottish national team because last night they played at Wembley, they played against England, and they drew. 0-0 draw. I've never been this excited about football. I definitely have never been this excited about a draw in anything. But it was pissing it down last night. Just the whole match, and I'm saying they've probably brought it back up with them. But anyway, we're not out of the group stage. The other thing that's happening today is that in 50 minutes, I have an appointment to get my COVID vaccine, and I am so excited. I didn't think this weekend would be so great, but a draw at Wembley against England and now getting the vaccine, like, I don't know I'm getting the vaccine for about a week now, but it's great to be finally getting it. Chances are it'll be Pfizer, but I thought, I'll just stick around on the video just a little bit longer. So I'll go and get the vaccine and I'll come back and then I'll do the outro for the video. And show you where I got stabbed. I've never been this excited to get stabbed before. Not something that anyone who's spent any time near Glasgow normally says. Right, I'm gonna go get breakfast because I am quite hungry and I've not eaten yet. And then I'm gonna go and get stabbed. For the immunity! So, I'm back, I've had the jag, and that was completely fine. I queued for maybe 10 minutes, waiting on them getting to me, and then there was just a few questions just to make sure I was completely suitable to get the jag. So basically I just haven't had a positive COVID test in the last 28 days, I've not had any other vaccinations in the last 6 months. My flu jag was back in like November time, so I'm fine on that. Check I'm not taking any medications that could have any problems with it, no history of blood clotting, and that I'm not taking part in any drug trials, which I'm not. So, yep, you're fine to get it, and then it was just, which arm do you want it in? I got the Pfizer jag because I'm under 30. Actually, they might be doing it for under 40s now as well. But I got the Pfizer BioNTech COVID jag, and honestly, I barely felt it going in. The guy I got was really good, one of the doctors at the surgery, and just in, needle in, put it down, and straight back out again. And then just had to go and sit for 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, and then come home. Came back via Morrison's, got myself a pizza, and now I'm gonna get lunch. But yeah, completely painless situation. No side effects as of yet, although to be fair, it's only been 20 minutes. Basically, the reason I put this in the vlog is just to say, when your chance comes to get it, when your opportunity comes to get the vaccine, get it. It's not difficult to get it, it's painless, it takes half an hour at most, really. And honestly, just get it for the good of all of us. Now I'm going to go get my lunch, so thank you for watching this vlog. Hopefully we'll have another one next week, which will cover the 3rd week of my project, and we can make a bit more progress with it. If you're new, make sure to subscribe, like button, comment down below, any questions, and I will see you next week. See ya!